Today, I want to talk about personal responsibility because I think that personal responsibility is something that's just so vital to personal fulfillment and happiness and ultimately lifelong success. And I haven't always felt like this. I'll tell you a short story. In 2013, I had sort of a cataclysm of events. My law firm, well, basically what happened is Google changed their algorithm, and I was so dependent upon search engine optimization for all three of my businesses that when Google made that change, all three of my businesses crashed all at one time. Which is another short story, or another short thought, is that one is the worst number in business, meaning you should never have one thing that you're dependent upon business or in any other aspect of your life, really. In that I was so dependent upon search engine optimization at Google, really, that when that changed, then it was game over for all three businesses. But the story goes that so I'm having all these financial problems. I'm thinking about filing bankruptcy. I mean, it's that bad. Got all this staff, and I'm under a tremendous amount of stress. And it took me about a year to look myself in the mirror. And I'll never forget this. I actually looked myself in the mirror and I started talking to myself, kind of like I'm talking to myself right now. And I said, dude, you're the problem. You can blame your staff, you can blame Google, you can blame your customers, your clients, you can blame your office manager. But bottom line, this is your fault. And it wasn't until I took that radical, extreme ownership and personal responsibility for my life that things really changed. And it was like a light switch going off. That day, virtually that day, I started working on myself and everything turned around. I stopped blaming everyone else and started owning it and taking responsibility for making it better. Whether the things that had gone wrong were my fault or not was not even material. It wasn't even important. I just took ownership and started to make things better. And I think that that's one of the things that has really gone wrong in our society, is that I don't think people own their stuff. I don't think that they own their problems. I think they spend an awful lot of time blaming the economy, blaming the government, blaming politicians, blaming their spouse, blaming their boss, blaming their customers, blaming their clients, whatever it is. I think there's an awful lot of blame going on. And if we spent more time owning our stuff, we'd be a lot better off. I want to recommend a book. It's called Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink and Leif Babin. You can get it on Amazon or Audible. I actually would strongly recommend the Audible version, the audiobook version, because it's narrated by these two guys. They're former Navy SEALs. And the story, or the book, is about just taking radical, extreme ownership of everything in your life and how it can turn you into a more effective human being. And the thing that's so great about the audiobook is that these guys narrate it, and it's all about their time leading teams, SEAL teams in Iraq, and how even when it would be really easy to say, Captain, Colonel, actually, I guess in the Navy you wouldn't have a colonel, but you're telling your superiors that can't be done. They just got it done, and they just figured it out. So I guess I've been big on issuing challenges lately, but my challenge in this video is look inside. Are you blaming others? Or are you owning your stuff? Are you taking personal responsibility for the challenges that you have in your life? If not, try it. What do you have to lose? What you're doing now is probably not working that great. So that's my challenge: is look inside, consider the challenges that you're going through, and own your stuff. Take care.